Hello, everyone. Welcome to my very first podcast, Rolling Up with D.W.A.I.N. I'm your host, Eric. Um, I don't know, so you guys might be wondering, you might not be wondering, but whoever might be listening, maybe the one person that listens. My name is not D.W.A.I.N. I am just the brand. I am just the guy who created the brand, and D.W.A.I.N is a acronym for Don't Worry About Its Name. The reason why I came up with that name is because a lot of brands out here go off by their name. You know what I mean? Basically people who go out for the product is because of their name. Really, you know what I mean? Some people are gonna buy Gucci shirts because Gucci. You know what I mean? The name Gucci's in it. You're gonna want to buy it because it has so much hype behind it. It has so much. It just has so much traction. You know what I mean? It already has a following. It has groups of people that will fuck with it because of the name. Just because of the name Gucci, you know what I mean? It could be like a shit shirt, and if it has the name Gucci on it, you're still gonna want to fucking buy it because it's the product. You know what I mean? It's the name behind it. That's what gives it so much value. It's just a normal shirt, really. But I want my brand to not be focused on the name or the hype behind it all. I want it to be a platform where Houston Houston artists Houston artists could like have something to step off of. You know what I mean? They could use this platform to get their artwork out or get their name out there, so people could fuck with them more than my own brand. I just want to give. I just made this brand so I could give back to my community by helping them out, by showing that Houston is not just an industrial like place where business thrives and everything. It's also an art cultural like hub for fucking people who just want to express themselves. So I want my brand to be that platform for them to express themselves, get their name out there more often, so people could just really focus on them and not on my uh, shirts or whatever I start selling. Um, but this podcast will be just. I would want to hopefully I want to get to the point where I would like to interview certain uh, local Houstonians. I want to get into their brains, really. I want to pick their heads on why did you decide to go down this path of following your hobby or following, art, cooking, barbering, whatever is like not a normal niche that everyone gets into to feel safe because of that safety net it gives everyone. Certain people who go out and become a barber or become a chef, you know what I mean? They're going out there with no safety net at all. They're just going out there. You know what I mean? They're focusing all their time and effort into that one single craft because they love doing that, and it could bring them a lot of money, or it could bring them not so much money where they're struggling half the time because it's through their own efforts that they become successful themselves instead of getting like a normal 9 to 5 job where, you know what I mean, your success is just basically shown by the things you buy from the things you buy from the job you work so tirelessly at, that you get all that money and you just go buy a house or something. You know what I mean? That's success in the blue collar eyes, but success in the hobbyist, or success in the eyes of a struggling artist or a struggling barber or whatever. You know what I mean? Success to them is being able to live off their own means, to live off their own hobby, to live off their own ideas or whatever they want to do with their own lives, instead of conforming to what everyone else does. So I'm trying to focus on that, really. I'm trying to get out. I myself, I'm not much of, I guess I'm an artsy person, but I'm not really into like drawing or painting or anything like that. I'm into writing poetry and trying to make music, but I hardly do that sometimes too myself. I do have my barber's license, but again, like, I don't know. I just wasn't. I don't know. For some reason, like when I got into it, I just wasn't feeling it as I thought it would. And since I didn't have like, I don't know. It's complicated. Since I couldn't feel nothing out of it, I went to my safety net. I went to a 9 to 5 job, which is driving trucks around the Houston area. And I mean, that's not bad or anything. It makes a lot of money, but I still have, you know what I mean, a safety net job where it's like a blue collar job. I'm still gonna get paid. There's still work out there for me, so I'm never gonna be without a job. But you know what I mean, I have to listen to people, you know what I mean? I can't do things on my own accord. I have to fucking I'm myself, I'm not the person who likes to listen to other people. So a 9 to 5 job for me is kind of hell. It's kind of torture because I don't really like listening to just people give me orders. I like to do my own thing, make my own money my own way. But you know what I mean? I guess like I could say I fizzled out on being a barber, or it just wasn't for me and I wasn't feeling it and I just left it. And I mean I still cut hair, but you know what I mean, I don't try as hard as I should to cut hair. I mean I like cutting hair and everything. I like fading and I love the long. I really like the long hair aspect of cutting like men's long hair, make them look nice when they style back and everything. Uh, Fades, I'm pretty good at fades too, but it just takes me a while to, you know what I mean? I can't do no 15-minute or 20-minute fade. I do like 30-minute or 35-minute fades sometime. And, sometimes I don't even like the people, honestly. Like, to tell you the truth, being a barber is all about pleasing your customer. That's mainly what it is. Like, I've seen people give the most shittiest haircut, but they're there talking to that customer and being cool with them and chopping it up with them and, you know, like saying what's up with them and shit like that. And they could leave. They leave happy. They just leave happy with. They know like they can see themselves that they got a fucked up haircut, but the conversation and the camaraderie was so good that they were just like, man, fuck it. You know, I'll come back no matter what because you're just a cool guy. You know, people. I noticed that as a barber, people really feed off your energy, and I'm more of a. How can I say this? I feel like to be a barber, you need to be an outgoing person. You need to be willing to like talk to people and listen to other people's stories and shit like that. Which, like, I don't know, like certain people who hit my chair when I was a barber, who sat in my chair, weren't really fascinating to me. The people like that I talked to were just like normal ass dudes, just like me, who work hard, who work like these 9 to 5 jobs as a construction worker, or as a truck driver themselves, or as a you know what I mean, as someone who works at the plants and shit. Like I had nothing in common with those people, so sometimes I would just stay quiet. I'm not that type. Like I'm not that type of person to willing to just like be happy all the time and try to like make every fucking second happy, because that's just not me. I'm more of a guy who likes to have good conversations with like serious people who have like something worth talking about and worth educating me. That's what I like to have conversation with you, where we both learn off each other, we're both feeding off each other, we're both helping each other out. That's mainly why I started this podcast, so I could start chopping up with people, understanding how they themselves became so successful, what drove them like that, what that mentality brought for them, and I want to understand and also do that for myself. You know what I mean? I want to learn how to navigate through certain situations where, like, I know what to say and I know what to do, and talking to other people helps me out with that. Like I get an idea from them and I understand what they're going through and what they're trying to teach me. So yeah, as a barber, so back to the whole thing, as a barber, yeah, I don't know, yeah, I just couldn't sit down and listen to people's bullshit sometimes, because I had this one dude who would talk about his girl, and like I wouldn't even give a fuck. Like he would talk about how his girlfriend would be like cheating on him and he knew it, and I'd be like, and in my head I would be like, dude, why don't you just fucking break up with her? Like if you know she's cheating on you, bro, and you know she's done it like so many times, why don't you just get rid of her? And like, but I can't say that because I don't want to have that customer get mad at me or nothing like that. You know what I mean? You can't actually be real with a customer or with anyone else, for that matter, to like get your point across. Sometimes you start arguments. I started an argument too. This one dude was talking about God. His like he wanted to know what my opinion of God was, and I told him my opinion of God was, and he just got fucking frustrated with me because he was one of those hardcore Catholics that like that. I guess he just wanted like to have an argument with someone, and I guess I was that person because I enabled him. Like that shit kind of got annoying to me. And the fact too is sometimes like as a barber you have a lot of slow days, and I mean yeah, I get it. Like as a barber, I wanted to travel. I wanted to be that traveling barber who would who would just go, like say I worked in Houston and a couple weeks they're like just slow. So I'll go to Austin. I'll go to Austin and go cut over there too if I had to, just to make some money that way. But I've noticed as a barber, like you need to be really really good to be able to do that. Like you need to be able to like hit fades real quick to the point where you can just dip off and go do whatever you need to do. That's what I like being a barber. Like being a barber was cool as fuck like that because you could make your own schedule and your own decisions. But like if people don't like now in this day and age of social media, if you don't have any pictures out there on your profile and shit, and you tell people like you're a barber and you want to cut their hair, they're not gonna fuck with you because you got nothing to show them. You know what I mean? Like that was my problem too. I was that person who would cut hair. Like I'll cut the people I knew. I'll cut their hair and charge them like $5. But sometimes I wouldn't even fucking take a picture because I was like so bummed about the work that I did. It looked whack as fuck. That was my problem. You know what I mean? Like I had I didn't have good what is it? I didn't have a good portfolio, or I didn't have good presentations. I didn't know how to like sell myself, I guess, that time. Like I was going around looking for clientele. I would go to bars sometimes and pass out my card, and people would be like, "Oh, you're a barber?" I'm like, yeah, I'm a barber, but and they're like, "Do you have any pictures or anything?" I was like, not really, but I have some on my phone right now. Like it's just of the same people though, like of the same cast that I cut, that come to my house and just want to get their hair cut by me because they don't want to go to barbers or anything like that. Like the same people I cut the hair, they're the same pictures I have, and they're just like, "Oh, that's all you do? You just do those people?" Like, "Oh, nah, man, I can't. Like, I need a good barber." You know, I always get those like, "Oh, I can't. I need a good barber. I need someone who knows who they're doing, or I need someone who has like more of a clientele with them than anything else." I'm like, "Fuck, dude." Like some people, honestly, now since the barber game has been so saturated with a lot of people, it's kind of hard to get clientele now because a lot of clientele, a lot of people out here are looking on Instagram, looking at the fades that the Instagrammers are putting up, and that's what they want. And I couldn't do that. You know what I mean? Like I can only do 30-minute haircuts. You know, you get a good fade too after 30 minutes, but they ain't no like 20 minutes. Some people don't want to be on the chair for 30 minutes. They just want to be on the 20 and out. So that was my problem. You know what I mean? I couldn't conform to the whole trying to fit to everyone's schedule and shit like that. So I just went back to being a truck driver. As a truck driver, you're really by yourself. You're really just in your truck for fucking 12 hours every day, just not talking to anyone, just chilling there, which is all right for me because I get to like think about what I need to talk about on my podcast and shit like that. You know, I'm more focused on making a business now than anything else. I'm trying to get to real estate. I'm trying to build up my trying to build like passive income. That's what I'm trying to build right now. I might start up a barbershop, but honestly, I don't know. If I start one up, I have to be the barber there for a couple days or a couple months to get anyone to get some business in at least. But yeah, that's what I basically want that's what I want this brand to do. Just, you know what I mean? Just go out there and talk to people and try to get some information, pick people's brains, try to understand what they did in their life so I could probably incorporate it in my own life. You know what I mean? If I go out for that barber route again, you know what I mean? I want to talk to some other barbers. I would like to talk to other barbers and understand what they're doing in their life as well. But yeah, most of this stuff is just for the Houstonians. Most of this stuff is for my community, so I can help them out. You know what I mean? Like no one's really helped me out in my community, but that doesn't matter. I want to give back to my community because this community brought so much to us. They brought us like fucking DJ Screw, UGK. They fucking influenced like a lot of rappers like fucking Big Crit, Maxo Cream's from here. We got Maxo, that's pretty dope too. We even got ESG, that's even sick, dude. Like all these rappers are pretty dope. And for us to not even though we even got like other crazy musicians out here that I forgot the name. There's a crazy band that's out here that has like a crazy name. I don't know what it is. I can't even pronounce it on this, to tell you the truth. But they're pretty good. They're from here, and they have a song. They have like I don't know if you heard of Tiny Desk or anything, but they have a video on there too. Man, I can't tell you the name. I would, but I forgot. But yeah, like we have so much. We have a lot, so I would like to like. I know we have a lot too here in Houston. We have a lot of fucking musicians out here, or artists and barbers, cooks, whatever they are. We have a lot of them out here who are being really successful, and who are actually like starting to make waves in their community and shit. So I like to get them out here so they could get more of a so they could branch out more, so people can listen to more of their stories and find out where they could go and find them and everything like that. But yeah, on this podcast, I'm basically to sometimes just chill, talk to myself maybe, and have conversations on you know what I mean, the mental aspect. I also want to talk about the like our mindsets and how our day to day decision making influence our actions and our habits and our own ideas and our own choice making. So I'm gonna try to like I have some short poems that go with you know what I mean topics and everything. So I'm gonna try to bring that also into the mix because it's kind of artsy and it's kind of my own thing. So I want to incorporate to that. But for now, this is just the intro. I just want to get people. I just want to introduce myself, get people to know what the fuck this is all about. Um, but yeah, man, and who I am, I'm just a fucking guy who's just trying to make it out in life and trying to make something of himself. Really, like I'm not trying to be Mr. Big Shot, Mr. Fucking come like, ooh, follow me, know me. Like I care less. Like as long as the Houston community hears this and they fucking and they participate and they help out the show and like they get their stories out there, like that's all I care about really. I just want to influence people, not influence them in a bad way, but I want people to be influenced by the conversations that I have on this. Like I want them to realize like you're not going through this alone either. A lot of people out here are going through the same shit you're going through. You know what I mean? And it feels good. It feels good it feels good in that comfort to like to know that someone out there in your own community is going through the same shit you're going through, and you could talk about it with them, or you could just listen and just try to figure out ways to get over that situation that you're in. But yeah, it's basically what it is. It's pretty gonna be a pretty short one today. See what else about myself. I'm trying to do comedy. I'm 24, so that's like gonna be easy for me because a 24-year-old has a lot of fucking stories to bring out, especially since I've been drinking for past 2 years nonstop. So I got some fucking stories for that too. Yeah, man, I'm trying to stop drinking. It's hard as fuck. It's so good. You just don't want to stop. But sometimes like the after effects, like drinking too much. Ugh. I'm not an alcoholic. I'm a rager. That's all it is. Like I'm not willing to sit here. I don't have a beer in front of me right now either. Like I'm not the type of person who goes out there and buys a 6-pack every fucking day just to drink. Nah, I'm more of a guy who on a Friday or Saturday I'm just bored as fuck. I'll go buy a 40 and I'll drink that. Like for years I was doing that. On Fridays I would just be bored as fuck, go buy a 40, drink it and get fucked up and just either go skate somewhere or just go like chill at my house, listen to some music and just fall asleep or whatever, you know what I mean? But I'll get like to the point where I get really drunk. Oh yeah, Rager. I was trying to figure out what the fuck I was talking about, but I was like totally spaced out. Hold on, I'll drop something. I don't want to step on this fucking thumb. Fuck! I stepped on the thumb attack anyway. Son of a bitch. Fuck that hurt. Anyway, so yeah, I'm not an alcoholic. I'm a rager, I guess. Like the way I see it as, I'm not willing to drink every fucking day, but I'm willing to drink on Friday and Saturday, but a lot. Like I wasn't drinking just 140. I would drink like I would drink like 2 or 3, or sometimes I would drink 240s and go buy a 6-pack, and then just drink like that hardcore by myself sometimes, not with anyone else either. It'll usually just be by myself. Not even sad as fuck either. It's just I was going through some shit and I needed to drink a lot so I could get over some stuff. And it's kind of sad to say that shit, but at the same time, like, bro, sometimes you can't just get through this shit, but like sober, because sometimes being sober is just even worse. Being sober inside sucks. You're just fucking. It's like everything's amplified by 1,000. You're just like fuck. I hate myself. And then once you take a swig, bro, that fucking feeling goes away, and you're just like, what was happening again? What was I sad about? And you just fucking forget about it sometimes, or you get to the root of the problem. And you're like, bro, why was I being a little bitch? Just because my mom didn't make me a fucking muffin in the morning, don't mean shit. Like that kind of stuff. That's stupid as fuck. Sometimes it's not a thing that happened, but it was just a fucking explanation. But yeah, I was a rager. I'm trying to cool down a lot now because it's really fucking up my health. Not fucking up my yeah, it's fucking up my health. I sweat a lot now. Like, it's just to the point where I just sit down and I start sweating a lot, and it's fucking crazy. I never used to be able to sweat. Like, I just sit, even when it was cold. Like, I live in Texas, so the weather here is fucking bipolar as fuck. So whenever it's like really, really cold at night, I start sweating balls. Like, it's crazy. I don't know why. I don't know what the fuck. I think it is because of the drinking. So like, I just start dying at night. And I don't have no heater on. And the fucking like it's just wind blowing. So I'm still like sweating. But yeah, like say also I have this one time like where I'll go to my friend's house or I go to this guy's house I used to chill with a lot. He'll have um he'll have like a fucking 12 pack, and sometimes he'll have two 12 packs, and he'll be like, "Here, this is your 12 pack." Like he'll give me a whole 12 pack, and I'll fucking finish it all. I'll be like open and nonstop. It was like that's how bad it was. Like this nigga knew. He was like, I know you drink a lot, so here's your own 6 pack. So you don't fucking drink mine again like last time. Because I remember this boy bought like I think it's a 12 pack. I drank. I would say like at least 10 of them, and I only left him like fucking 2. He was like pissed as fuck. And I was like, bro, you just sit there. Like some people just sit there and just sip. Yeah, that was my problem. See, I wouldn't sit there and sip on it. I would just fucking chug them. Like every one, like one I'll chug and chill for like 5 minutes, and chug another one, chill for 5 minutes, chug another one, chill for 5 minutes, so on and so forth. And it's to this day I still do that shit. Like I don't just sit down and sip on a beer. I'm more of this person who likes to get fucked up rather than just sitting down and chilling and drinking. But I don't know. I'm just trying to stop really because it's fucking up my health. It's fucking up like I've been in a lot of positions where I never wanted to be in. But like what got me to that point was getting drunk. Like getting drunk takes you to points that you don't want to get to at all. But you get there because you're drunk, so you just have to fucking go with it. Like I've been in so many fights that it was crazy. Like I haven't been in so many fights since I was in high school, and it reminded me that I was a fucking kid. I was like, bro, this is some dumb shit. I be finding out because my mentality is that I don't give a fuck about anything. I don't have a lot of friends. I don't have friends at all. Like I don't fuck with a lot of people because of that same reason. Because my mentality, my mindset, is on another level. I'm not saying I'm above anyone. I'm not saying like I'm better than anyone. I'm just saying my mindset's different. Like I don't care about a lot of things. Like a lot of things. So that gets to people, you know what I mean? Like I say things in public where people get like kind of like, whoa, what the fuck, dude? Like I remember I would like I'll hang out with my ex and I'll cuss up a storm in front of her mom, but I was drunk, so like I wouldn't give a fuck. Even not drunk, I still cuss in front of her, but when I'm drunk, it's more to the point where I really, really don't give a fuck. So I really just say whatever I want to fucking say in front of everyone. And I was just cussing up a storm in front of her mom's. And like she was telling me, stop fucking cussing in front of her. I was like, man, I don't give a fuck about anyone. I'm just gonna fucking do what I want to do because this is me. Like I'm living my life. At the end of the day, I'm gonna go home and you're not gonna fucking chill with me no more. So what's the point of this? Like, there's no point in fucking trying to like hold my tongue for anyone whenever like that person's eventually gonna dip on me or that person's not gonna fucking just chill with me because of my own attitude. Like if you can't handle me, then there's no point in chilling with me. That's why I tell everyone, like, if you can't fucking handle, like, the shit I say, then don't bother hanging out with me. Like, just go. That sounds ignorant as fuck, I know, and that sounds cocky as fuck, but you can't, like, you can't just stop being you because someone told you to stop being you. You know what I mean? Like, someone told you, like, dude, stop cussing. You're like, no, nigga, what the fuck? This has been me since I was born. Like, how are you gonna hate on me now? It's weird. It's just weird that how people become different. How people just don't want to hear all the truth from your mouth. But it's like it was honesty, you know what I mean? Like yeah, I said it in an honest way. Yeah, I could have used less profanity, but I was just being honest with my words. And that's all I try to be, just honest. I don't try to sugarcoat nothing for anyone because if you sugarcoat something for one person, you got to sugarcoat it all for everyone else, and then you're just being fake. You're just not really being yourself. You're just trying to like. You're just trying to fucking tiptoe around everyone. You're just in the land. You're just walking on a land field and just tiptoeing through everyone's fucking feelings. Like I'd rather just walk that land field like nothing. Just whatever. I blow up. Fuck it. Like that's how I think about it. Like I'm just gonna be me, man. Like I can't conform to how you want me to talk, you know, or how you want me to be. So I would drink a lot. and as I was drinking, it would make me more comfortable being myself. Because like, I was never like this in high school. I was I didn't give a fuck about people's opinion, but I'll never be more this outspoken about it. I wouldn't. I would just sit back and just be quiet. Sometimes I wouldn't even talk at all. I would just let people do their. I was more of a people watcher. I would just watch people and just see what the fuck they were doing, and I just realized like, man, people act stupid too. Like people act way more dumb than I do. So might as well just be myself. So right after high school, I would just be myself, and that's right after high school too is when I started drinking a lot. So, you know what I mean. When I started drinking, it helped me feel more comfortable with myself. Um, but yeah, I guess damn, I was gonna talk about this on on the next week's podcast on the next episode about vices and stuff. Yeah, we should talk about vices. Um, yeah, might as well since we've been talking about vices. But yeah, that was my vice. Really, I use drinking as a vice, not much of a how do I say it? Yeah, I wasn't dependent on it. You know what I mean? I didn't need it or nothing, but I used it for a tool. You know, I used it in my own way. I didn't let it use me. I would drink. Yeah, of course I'll get in fights and stuff, but that was because I was just being comfortable in my own. I was trying to like, I was drinking so I could try to understand myself and try to be comfortable with who I really am. So I would drink and I would just, you know what I mean, act as myself. And sometimes myself is very outspoken and kind of a dick. So like I would just speak my mind, and people who like I'll speak my mind like in a dick way. Like I would sometimes like I don't know how to talk to people. I still don't know how to talk to people right properly either. I just sometimes I say whatever I say that comes out my mouth, and sometimes it's usually profanity, and it usually comes out the wrong way. But I don't mean any ill will or wrong intent to it. I try and come. That's how I can only express myself, because that's the environment I grew up in. I grew up, you know, and listen to people saying nigga or fuck, or you know, as their word placements. You know what I mean? Something to say instead of saying bud or like or pause or whatever. They're just like, yeah, nigga or bitch or whatever. You know what I mean? That's how I express myself. But people will just misinterpret that, and then we'll get like, I remember I got in like so many fights because of that, and that shit sucked. That's the main reason why I stopped drinking too, because man, fighting while you're drunk sucks, dude. Honestly, like you're never gonna win. Well, I never win. Like I usually like, it's not that I don't win it. We just usually get fucked up. Like people get fucked up fighting. Like it's usually you start punching each other, then you start grabbing each other, and then you both fall on the ground. Like you both are losing at the same time. You're both beating your own asses. You both are falling both on the floor on top of each other while punching each other. And so you're getting more fucked up as you're just trying to fuck up the other person. So there's no point in it. You're just both of you guys are losing. And that's what made me realize, like, man, fuck this stuff. Like, I rather be sober and fight someone who just can't handle my words than be drunk and fucking get both of our asses beat. It's just dumb. I'm already used to myself now. Like, I'm already used to the feeling of how to talk to certain people my own way now, without giving a fuck about trying to come to their point of view or trying to get to their point of view. Like, nah, fuck them. Like, who cares? Like, that's why I say that. Who cares about if your words are offensive to them? Just say what you gotta say. Say it. Like, that's the only way you can say it. Just say it. They'll understand eventually if they want to fucking understand. If they don't understand, then don't bother with them. Just walk away after you're done. That's what I learned. You know, that's what my vice taught me. My vice taught me to be myself, be true to myself, talk the way I need to talk, and you know what I mean. Sometimes, you know, grow with it. Like learn other words, learn proper ways to speak to other people. You know what I mean. My vice taught me that shit, which is crazy, because a lot of people blame their vices for the predicaments they're in now in their life, which I don't. You know, I never blame anyone. I never blame anything on anyone, or yeah. I just never blame anyone for my own actions, because they're my actions. You know what I mean? I fucking took them. I took the time to think about it and fucking go out and do it. So that's what I'm just trying to say. Like, vices are good if you fucking use them in the right way, or if you try to learn. If you learn to use them in the right way, vices could be a good thing for you. Now vices are bad if you just let them control you and let them spin you down that fucking spiral, and that's all you use them for. You just use your vice to escape reality instead of trying to fucking tackle reality head on or try to understand what reality's, presented to you. It's all about the mindset now, really. Reality is all based on mindset. That's what this whole world is, just mindset. If you can't control your own mind, then you're just fucked your whole life, really. But yeah, it was a pretty good podcast, really. Vices, we talked about vices, so that's pretty cool. I have a poem on vices. That's what I was gonna lead. I usually just want to do that. I want to speak about I want to perform one of my poems on the podcast, because my poems are mostly talking about like certain situations in our life, like mindsets, vices, shit like that. So, I guess I might as well just say it anyway. So here's the poem. This is a short poem. It's not really a long or anything like that. I have a series of short poems. So, here goes. I'm an alchemist turning water to gold. Crack it open, take a swig of that gold. Let it go down my throat. It's my vice. I drink twice. No matter of fact, I drink twice as much as this liver can hold. Oh, soul's an ago, no. Can't be weak and let my emotions go. Honestly, shit happened about 5 years ago. But I still sit, take a swig, drift off, no pilot. I just reminisce, take 2 more swigs. Now I can't remember shit. It's just a vice holding me down. I'm drowning, exhausted, I can't catch a breath. Is this death? Killed by gold, the thing that I cherish more than my own soul. That's the cruel fate of the alchemist. So yeah, I want to be able to speak about a poem. I want to perform a poem first, and then talk about the damn, what is it called? The premise of the purpose of why I wrote that poem. So yeah, that's basically what we'll be talking about. Hopefully I get some interviews. I'm going to try to get someone, I don't know, hopefully next week. So thanks for listening. This is Rolling Up with D.W.A.I.N. I'm your host, Eric. Catch you guys later. Smoke a fat one for me, please. And fucking love you guys. Have a good day.